What's up team, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are getting started on the Series 5 FC that we bought not too long ago. Now you guys would know I've got the Series 4 which is like pretty tidy. We bought the Series 5 which definitely has a lot of potential, but today I want to go around it properly and make sure that I'm not shooting myself in the foot by keeping the Series 5 when the Series 4 is so good, and not just finishing the Series 4 to keep rather than finishing it to sell. It's kind of a bit of a juggling act. If you've got two of the same car, deciding which one is the best and taking the best parts off of one of them to make the other car the better car, if that makes sense. Obviously, Series 5 is more desirable. I personally prefer the look of the Series 5, the tail lights, the interior, the front bar. To me, it's a more attractive car. But the Series 4 that I have is in really good condition. So it is a bit of a bit of a decision to make. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the shed, have a quick look over this thing. I'm going to refresh my mind on how to start a rotary that hasn't been started or driven for years. I think we need to lube up the motor by putting some oil through the spark plugs. Either let that sit for a day or two, rotate the motor by hand so that it lets the seals pass through the engine and make sure nothing's catching. Obviously drop the fuel, or if there's no fuel in it, put some fuel in it. Probably going to need a fuel pump, but we'll see what happens. And you should do an oil change as well. But some things I might skip out on, maybe. Just see if we can get it to fire. But I would like to do it properly so that I don't ruin my chances of a good motor, because apparently this engine was rebuilt like 1,000 Ks ago, but then it was parked up for like 6 years. So we'll see what happens. We're going to get started, get down the shed, then we'll put together a list of things we need to go buy. And we might even tinker with the 34 a little bit so we can get it on the road for Talani. All right, let's roll. So I came down to the shed a little earlier just to check. I had to get some other stuff out, but I checked this while I was at it. It's probably going to be hard for you guys to see, but the water seems like it's sort of sitting in the top of the radiator. I did fill it and started it, and it sort of pushed some out. So what I'm going to do is whack the cap back on, start it up, and there's a little bleed screw here on the top of the manifolds. Oh, my camera's really dark. And Talani's not here to change the settings. I need to work that out. Oh, that's it there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Little 10 mil, so I crack that, let it bleed from there. And hopefully, that's the end of the random overheating issue with this thing. But the main task for today is to get started with this Series 5. So before I get too far into it, I might try and push or drive the 34 out of here, get the shed open, and then we can move this forward and have a bit of, maybe jack it up, have a good look underneath it, and make sure that there's no sort of sinister rust spots or whatever. I've also got my jump pack, which means I can chuck it on the battery and see if the sunroof works and have a look around here for any rust. But to be honest, I would expect, if it's rusty, to have seen something in the skin of the sunroof itself, and so far so good. So we might get out pretty lucky with this. Right, let's get this shed open. First things first, let's have a look and see if this thing's got water in here, which a little bit hard to tell. All right, well, it has water by the looks. All right, we have old oil. So before we go any further, I want to see how things like the sunroof, if the motor in that works. Let's do the first test to see if we've got power. And we can try and... Oh, shit. Let's get that. Let's see, ready? Oh yeah. We have lights. Oh, that one's a bit stuck. Up you come, buddy. Oh, the tap's there. Ooh. So we got a sleepy eye. Whoa. Alright, let's turn this off. And let's test this roof out. The battery might be a little flat for this to be. I'm just trying to feel the roof and see if it's moving, but it's not. What do we got here? How to take that off? Okay. Well, shit. I think those motors are a bit cooked. Okay, so I have put some oil through the spark plug holes. I've turned the motor over as best as I can to try and lubricate those seals a little bit, and nothing seems to be sticking. Fresh fuel has just gone into it, and now it's kind of at the stage where I'm just going to chance it and see if the thing will actually fire up. If it doesn't, it's going to turn into a bit more of a, probably more intensive sort of project, but I got some good faith in this thing. I reckon it's going to start up. So let's set this camera up and fingers crossed it doesn't catch fire. That'd be about right. Let's charge it up. I don't know if the fuel pump's going to work. Are you right, Sad? Alright, you ready?
Yeah. Need some start, you bastard.
I don't know if it's got fuel. It's got compression. My window works. Alright. Let's... Oh, I've got a feeling it's not getting fuel.
Where's that fuel pump then?
Hey?
Fuel pump?
Yeah, it didn't sound like it. It wasn't even firing, so...
Who are you?
I'm Batman.
You're back.
Actually, Lance, get your hand on this. Can you spray that in there while I hold the throttle open? So just like in there.
Oh, she starts, yo!
Dang. Well,
That was real close and we got it on camera, so.
I think that the battery's out. I've probably cooked the bloody starter.
I'm helping you guys.
You're such a good helper.
You're awesome, welder.
Thank you guys. Damn, I reckon it's a fuel pump. So, I think I'm gonna put a fuel pump in it. And it might just about fire up. That went. It kicked. Let's try one more time. In a sec, baby. Right, ready? Watch out, kids. It's not getting fuel, but it's gonna start. Sick. Alright, fuel pump it is. So, I don't know if I actually even have a 255 here. Do we have a fuel pump?
Only the one that came out
Of the tank?
of the 34 tank.
Which we did yesterday. Okay, that's gonna work. I'm gonna take this off axle stands, push it out a bit, fuel pump in. We're gonna fire this thing up today, for sure. Didn't make any weird noises either.
No, it was good.
That's exciting. You guys hanging around?
Yeah, we see it start.
Sounds good to me. Alright, so before I get started ripping this fuel pump out, I just want to show you guys how good of condition this thing's actually in. So, obviously, it's got all its boot carpet. Everything's all intact. Like you can really tell it was owned by an old dude. As far as the rust goes, we've got some in the corner here. Underneath there, I think there's a bit just here. And the worst, well, who knows if it's the worst, but most obvious is here as well. Hey Batman. So, I'm gonna pull this out, get to the fuel pump. Which way does that go? There we go. Spare wheel. Pull this all out, get to the fuel pump, change it over, and we'll see how we go. Right, so I have the fuel pump out of the car, and this is what we have. I snapped the end of it, need a bit of the old pump. I was pulling it out, so I'm going to go to the shop, see if I can get one of these, set it all back up, and hopefully FC fires up. I'm going to skip forward because this is just annoying to film, and probably not much that you really can't figure out for you guys for yourself, but just reversing, putting it all back together. How crusty this is. So yeah, let's go get a fuel pump. So we've just got back from the shops. I've got a new fuel pump. It's not a direct replacement for the factory one, it's just a little 255. So we have to do some wiring here for both the earth and the positive. Some cutting, some bloody crimping and whatever. But my goal for today is to see if I can get this thing to run. So I'm gonna try and bust this out, put it together, and off we go. So I'm gonna wrap up today, especially with the FC. I need to do some grinding with the fuel pump cradle. I'll show you guys in the next video what I mean by that. I need to get out of the shed. But I was trying to surprise Talani today. I actually registered the R34 for her, and I was just putting the plates on, and she's literally rocked up behind the car, and I've actually secured it because I wanted to surprise her, but she's happy. So that's all that matters. But yeah guys, the FC's coming along. It fired over, which is really awesome on the aero start. So I'm pretty sure, man, if I do this fuel pump, this thing's gonna run. I don't think it's gonna drive because the brake booster looks a bit sad, but we'll see. We'll deal with that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But it's been a pretty successful day. So I'll see you guys in the next vid. Not cool, going over. See you guys in the next vid. Thanks for watching as always. Let me know what you reckon about the cars, what you think I should do with this this FC sort of predicament, which one I should choose. I guess we'll find out once it runs. But yeah, alright guys, catch up. I've told Lance to take this thing for another blocky so I can get a bit of footage of it. How's the gearbox feel? Sweet.
Feels like a little bit easier to go in with that.
Yeah, I thought so too. Is it scrubbing when you go up hills, like up things? Awesome. Look at you. The dose sounds good. Oh, it sounds good.